Well, he's been telling us for over a month now or 6 weeks about Gold Standard, and Adrian Bott joins us. It's real big day this Saturday, of course, the Golden Rose.
Yeah, no, D-Day for the colt now. Look, he's been improving every time he's stepped out. I think he's really put it all together, and we saw that last start. So no doubt his toughest test to date, but he's well and truly up to it.
What do you make of the barrier 10? He's going to roll forward to a degree, but the good thing is you don't have to lead.
Yeah, look, I don't mind the draw. Hopefully it keeps us out of a little bit of trouble. He's versatile. We've seen he can lead. He's got the tactical speed to do so. There is a bit of pace there on the inside. But look, he can take a sit, if the speed's on, and we've seen he's got a great turn of foot. So look, we've got Tommy coming back from Hong Kong. Big day jockey. So he'll be able to work it out. Is
Saturday the end of it, or does he progress to Melbourne?
Look, this has been the immediate plan for him. So we'll probably have to let Saturday decide, but he's got a lot of scope to sort of get over a bit further. So look, there are options, whether it be stay in Sydney for a race like the Spring Stakes, or whether we do head down for a race like the Guineas, or we haven't thought too much further other than Saturday. Saturday's the most important, for him on his resume to get a Group 1 sustain making race. He's a nice colt, so would love to be able to cement a race like that for
It's
him.
1400 Saturday. What do you think's his optimum journey?
He'll be, I think, a mile to 2,000 in time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Let's go back to the start of the day. Race 2, it's the Colin Stephen. Broadside, if you watch that Newcastle Cup again, the Darren Weir's horse Loon, the couple who were travelling, your bloke was hard at it, but the problem was he kept going.
Yeah, that's it. He's a tough stayer, this horse, and it may not visually look too impressive. Always looks like he's under a bit of pressure, but Tim was pretty confident that he still had plenty up his sleeve. With even Allroad coming at him again, he still thought he had plenty more to offer. So that was very encouraging. But look, he makes his own luck in front. Good, tough, honest horse, and look, nice race for him. He hopefully should be able to sort of get all the favours there again, and if he backs up well, it's a nice race.
What about the stablemate DIC?
Look, he needs everything to go his way. Look, he does have the ability, but last start it was probably in comparison to his win when the pace was really on. Last start he got back and there was just no pace whatsoever. It was sort of a bit of a sit and sprint, and he held his ground, but he just lacks a turn of foot to sort of really dash with him, and he was sort of just left there standing. But he held on well, and past the post he was doing his best work late. So he'll need things to fall his way on Saturday.
What about the Shannon Stakes? First up, Dark Eyes.
Yeah, look, competitive horse. Look, he will improve for the run, no doubt, and his best form's over a little bit further. Interesting race for him, but look, to see, I guess this will be a good guide on how he returns. He's probably never been thrown in this sort of, this is his toughest ask, and he's been asked to do it first up, so he'll improve going forward.
The Golden Pendant, Sweet Redemption, outstanding first up. What did you make the second up run?
Second up was disappointing.
Yeah.
She was probably a little bit flat from, I think, that first up run.
Because it was a tough first up run.
Tough first up run. They were running times that day. It was a hard track, so that was probably the best figures that I think we've seen her produce, her best performance to date, and I think that probably just took a little bit out of it, took the edge off her at Wyong, and we saw that, so we're giving her a little bit of time between runs. Originally we were thinking the Tibby, but we just wanted to give her that little bit of extra time just to freshen her up again and get that speed back into her. So if we see her back at her best like that first up performance, she's right in this race.
Would you make a sought after in the same race?
Yeah, look, disappointing at Newcastle. At Wyong she was great. She finished on the heels, sort of hardly tested.
I had something on her at Newcastle.
Yeah. I was a lot more confident than what she showed. Look, the track might have been a little bit shifty. She's not best in that sort of ground, but look, I'm sort of looking for excuses there.
Yeah.
She was disappointing. She does need a bit further, so look, it's going to be a bit of an ask for her on Saturday.
You got a few handy ones at Caulfield. We'll go to the first race in the Pinchapoo, and good luck to the Pinchapoo. Do a great job, the charity. I know Debbie Caputis is one of their major contributors now and doing a marvellous job. Joy Philly Owls, of course, the Kiwi come here now to Melbourne.
Yeah, look, she was a little bit disappointing here first up. I think she got in the wrong leg, just struggled a little bit to get around the Sydney way of going. Most of her best performances in New Zealand are actually Melbourne way of going, so we sent her down there, and looks a nice race for her. She's well weighted here considering her performances, and hopefully this is just an easier task for her. I think the step up to 1400 will suit, but importantly I think sort of back on that way of going for her should be more suitable. Another
stepping stone, I suppose, and this horse keeps taking them. Stampede was finished the last preparation with wins, was first up, was tough at the Valley, and it goes around in the the
naturalism.
The naturalism.
Yeah. Look, brilliant performance first up. Couldn't have been more impressive. He was nice and forward for that run, and I think he's come on nicely for it. The step up to 2000 suitable, and looks a nice race for him, and I think he'll be ultra competitive again.
Is that where he's heading? The Cups?
Yeah, we've got him in the Caulfield Cup. Would be a nice race for him. Look, he's only going to improve stepping up in trip, and we saw so much progression from last campaign. He's improved her again, and if he can keep taking those steps, I can't see why he shouldn't be aimed at a race like that.
Well, we had a girl that took plenty of steps last prep. Prompt response. Barrier 1-2, be nice and positive.
Yeah, look, hopefully get the gun run there for Stephen Baster. Look, she's come back in good order. Had a short time out from Brisbane, turned around nicely. Look, her best runs are with a couple under her belt. She's a very gross doing filly, but look, if there's a little bit of speed on there, she'll be doing her best work late.
Just quickly, what'd you make of English's first up run?
Really good run. Rosehill, rock hard fit, and how do you beat a horse that's sort of running those sectionals in those times? We sat outside the pace there and probably forced to do we're exposed the whole race, probably against her usual race pattern. So first up, she was probably a little bit vulnerable, with a tough race like that. I think the step up to 1200, no doubt.
Does she have another run before the Everest?
She'll go to the Premier.
Okay,
So look, a step up to 1200 would be suitable. The race under her belt now will be, should be beneficial to us, and maybe she can just get a little bit of cover. We can see that turn of foot, because she held her ground well, and they ran some good times, but she would have had to run some pretty slick sectionals to run down Rosehill on the weekend.
Now, as an opposition trainer, with Chris Waller announcing that Winks is going to go down for the Turnbull, just with the big prize money hike for the Craven Plate, do you look back at the stable and go, oh, hello, we might find a couple here?
Yeah, might have to look for a few more now. It certainly opens up a few options, because we had a few penciled in to go down to Melbourne, and we might have to cancel the float trip now.
What's Bott's Beauty? I'm going to change from Bottler because I bugger it up. Bott's Beauty.
Bott's Beauty. Look, how can you go past Gold Standard? We'll stick with
Back
him.
to the old safe one. Last week it wasn't running. You were filthy.
I was struggling last week, nothing to go for. Look, stick with him. He's going super. Look, I know it's hard to tip against a horse like Minari, and that obviously get a lot of respect for that colt, but he's improving type. Gold Standard, Stampede down in Melbourne. Ultra impressive first up.
Good luck.
Thanks very much, Richie. Cheers.
That's Bott's Beauty. Hopefully back on the winner's wagon this week. Good luck.
Beautiful.